Hello everybody, I'm Conquering History Games and welcome back to part 3 of my Katerin Principality campaign here in Hearts of Iron 4, Equestria at War. So before we keep going on, I thought I'd actually read you guys the bios of these two heads of the Knightly Order. We're first going to start with Hector Ardenson, who is our Field Marshal. As the Grandmaster of the Seaburkriel, the Hector Ardenson is a knight and physician in equal measure and is held in high regard by most in the country. Born in Strasmark. Wait. Sorry. let me get a little water here. Okay. Born in Strasmark in 945, Hector had just become a knight when the revolution swept the empire, Katerin included. While he fought on the counter-revolutionary side, the many atrocities he witnessed and the long-standing suffering of the people left him disillusioned with the old order, and even as he was part in restoring the nobles' power, he began to harbor Republican sentiments himself. At least they spoke of the people's suffering, and at least they tried to relieve it. Ever since, Hector worked tirelessly across Catrin, trying to help these suffering people and mitigate the worst of Dielza's excesses, but in the end that wasn't enough. He found himself forced to act more directly for the sake of the people he swore so long ago to safeguard and help. And then over here we have Eric Grimclaw, a descendant of heroes and kings both. He might be young, but under his lead, the once fading Argentum Demerung was revitalized into a fighting force equal to any other order in the Empire. While patient to the point of harsh, and with little patience for failure, Grimclaw has earned the respect of most around him for his military acumen and ironclad principles. One might not find him pleasant, but no one can call him unreliable. That's what I try to be. Let's see. With all the chaos and discord that has reigned across Catrin, the need for order has never been more obvious, and Grimclaw is the griffin to provide it. The von Catrinburgs have failed the nation, and maybe it is time for the lineage that ruled these lands before the Empire to take over. Alright, we've got a couple more divisions here. Let's assign them. Now, what were we doing? No. I'm looking for stuff that's going to help me sooner rather than later. Once we're down here, it's going to move fast. We might clean the ranks, so that way, whatever this negative effect, or not right here, yeah, cleaning the ranks, this negative effect will be gone by the time we get down here. So, let's head that way. Loyal gang bosses. Oh, by the way, check this out. Look at this, guys, the Privy Council down here in the Ortenstadt Opinicus, with also a focus tree. Lots of new stuff that we're not going totally into. All right, we're up to 8 whole divisions. Well, I suppose we will get training now, since we've basically hit our yeah, that's it. We've hit our pop cap, essentially. And so we might as well make sure we have decently trained divisions. Currently, it would take us almost 2 years to have all the equipment we need. We got a war going on here. Oh, I forgot to read what that did. So the loyal gang bosses. Well, it's like, there's its effects. While normally trusting the leader of a group of bandits is an unwise proposition, this situation in Catrin is far from normal. In particular, several of the game bosses we have dealt with in the past have proven to be very agreeable to working for the government, especially when certain incentives are presented. Alright, time to cleanse the ranks. We also have political power that we could use here. Don't want to get any political advisors just yet. But you know what? Maybe the partial mobilization. Stability's always nice. Damn. We need... Can't do war propaganda. Tension's not high enough. We're just gonna improve the workers' conditions. And you usually can't go wrong with doing that. And we can also get enchanted machines. Terrific. Okay, and moving on. So, cleaning the ranks. As the bandits of Catrin are trained into a fully effective military force, it has become clear that the ranks are bloated with the lazy and the incompetent. These griffins have outlived their usefulness, and their former comrades are all too eager to clear out this rot in their ranks. So this is going to hurt the army for almost 4 months, and we're going to lose some stability as a result. So let's just, let's deal with this, and hopefully it'll have eroded away by the time we have to go to war with anybody. Alright, you see this is also helping with the gaining of experience. So it's all getting kind of close to doubling what we were having before. Alright. Revolution has begun in the West. Okay, more negative stuff, but is any of this timed? I think we're gonna find out what these notes do, or these events do. Yeah. Embargo in the East. With the knights not meekly submitting to her, as Dielza had hoped, her next course of action has been to order the entirety of eastern Catrin embargoed in order to squeeze the resistance out of the insolent knights, no matter the cost. It is a direct order, and nothing that the Katerin can... Alright, that's what's happening. Furious at the insolence of the knights, Dielza has ordered the council to punish them, walking a fine line between disobedience and causing a civil war. The Katerin have presented a comprehensive program before the princess to embargo the East and strangle any delivery of goods, be it food, weapons, or medicine, to the East. With the Argentum Damarung and the Silberkralin both choked, it is hoped that they will bow their heads and be more malleable to the royal will, and also that it will placate Dielza enough to not send the army after them. We play with fire, let us hope we are not burned. So we've got a demilitarized zone, which doesn't affect me since my knights are already in the west. We're going to move one of you over here to Katerinburg. We do some expanding here. It's going to cost daily political power gain. Fascism goes up. Weekly stability. No. No. I think this mad woman has to go. This mad griffin? Or something. Sinister, with his great hair, is now in charge in Stalingrad. The test for the knights. While the two orders stand united in purpose, their methods, and their beliefs... Whoops, did I unpause? Pause. Okay, shoot, we got the... Alright, civil war in the West. Not really my problem, but we'll see how that goes. We're gonna just... division speed, Gengar armies, that doesn't matter. Let's do the peasants here. Anyway. The test for the knights. While the two orders stand united in purpose, their methods and their beliefs differ on many key areas. The Silberkralin were in part formed to act as healers and guardians of the sick, and they take their commitment to the weak very seriously. Meanwhile, the Argentum Damarung splintered off from the Hellquill Order and have never lost their militant edge. Tensions run rife between the orders, and the Katerin know this well. Using contacts and plants among the knights as well as buying off local bandit tangs, the Katerin have begun whipping the East into a frenzy, hoping to overwhelm the orders and cause enough tension for them to break apart. Already arguments have broken out between the knights, and in one case, a Silberkralin physically blocked the Argentum Damarung from executing a captured bandit. In response, the Grandmasters have decided to, for now, unite the orders. They must have one doctrine and one commander, not two, and yet the issue of which and who have kept this from happening already. As things are going, though, a decision must be reached. After days of debating, the choice has been made. Let's see. Well, we're getting a lot of Ardenson events here. Grimclaw. No, Grimclaw kind of strikes me as a Julius Caesar potential figure, but it's probably going to be Hector. So Grimclaw is more non-aligned. Okay. It looks like we're trending Democratic, which is cool. I'm trying to remember, actually, the last Democratic game I had going. Equestria War for YouTube. I think I did that with the Griffonian Republic, and I think I was doing one with the Oculaean Republic once, which is having... Oh, it looks like they're going down. I don't know, it's actually it's still back and forth, but this one I think that I was playing and then they didn't update that broke the save file, so I didn't finish it. The war in the south has broken out. It's a free-for-all. Possibly a Baltimore campaign in our future. No promises of it, but maybe. Maybe. Alright. Let's use serfs to clear the marshland. I've got no civilian factories whatsoever. In order to salvage this disaster of a principality, sacrifices will have to be made. The vast marshlands in Catrin could be put to good use if only the dangerous task of clearing them were accomplished. And compared to the economic advantages such an endeavor would bring, the lives of a few serfs are a pittance. Nova Graphonia has seized the port city. Alright, what else is going on in the world? Las Pegasus has seceded. This is new. Newish. Alright. We get some bolt-action rifles. And then I think we can also do some land doctrine. And I think we're going to go with trench warfare. Yeah. Yeah, trench warfare is the goal. Now we've got the Enforcer Division here. That's a 10 width. Over here we've got these guys who are a 12 width. I think what we're going to do is let's duplicate and switch this out for the Engineer. We're just going to call this... hold on a sec. We're just going to call these... Oh yeah, just border divisions for now. I think of something else. Okay. Next up, we have more bad stuff. A lot of bad stuff. I guess let's head down towards the economy things. And I need to find out why my arrows are now connected to the mouse. I don't know if that was an update or something else, but it's a little bit annoying. Oops. Okay, we switch all of these over, like so. And that's going to get rid of the... Yeah, basically that is going to get rid of any recruitable manpower I have left, I think. Or, no, I guess it worked out. A visit from the old prelate. The gates outside the castle were seething with people as a crowd of peasants were loudly protesting outside. A line of soldiers in front of it would have opened fire were it not for the presence of the former prelate of Catrin. The ex-prelate, Heinrich Duskfeather, stood between the soldiers and the crowd, clutching his walking staff as he glared them down, stopping any of the soldiers from even dreaming of actually firing their guns. "Who among you will hold authority?" he demanded of the guards. "Where is your captain?" He stood firm, reiterating the question until the royal guard captain came out from behind the line, ordering him to disperse the crowd. "You claim no authority over me, or the people of Catrin other than what we have indulged you to have, whelp!" Dustfeather snapped in response, leaving the entire line of soldiers to actually shiver in fear. "Unless madness is spread through the castle, your masters are still sane enough to understand their actions. They may cower behind their fragile claims to authority, but the gods see, and the gods will judge them, as will the people if they push hard enough. Woe unto your masters, for those who play with fire will get burned, unless your cowardice is as absolute as your masters tell them this. The people are watching, and the people will not suffer this much longer." Why was he not dealt with before he became influential? Losing political power and stability. Why did I bother to improve the workers' conditions? No, I know it would just be worse. Still annoying, though. Alright. So, yep, there it is. There it goes, the recruitable population. I knew it would go away. Alright, oh yeah, I didn't do the conscript thing. Basically, we're using soldiers. Alright, so that... Yeah, that lowered our stability. I do like the idea of working on the resources, because then maybe we can... Wait, hold on a second. We might be able to get some civilian factories from trade if we're lucky. Alright. What are we gonna do? Let's improve the machine tools, yeah, because at least the support equipment is getting kind of close. Morale crumbles. The solution to the grift power shortage, press ganging criminals and convicts into service, has run into problems. Without any infrastructure in place to truly keep them in line, all that has been achieved has been chaos. On one claw, our loyal soldiers are disgusted by having to serve alongside all manner of unsavory scum. And the other claw, said scum is taking any chance they can to run away or break discipline. While the numbers are looking better, the discipline is worse than ever before. The commissars will whip them into shape. War sports down, as is political power. Alright, next up. Let's get that steel. Yeah. That'll give us a design company we can use, but it's going to cost us political power. The mines of Andorstadt now supply the capital with a steady source of iron, and the abundance of the material supplied by the mines has given the industrialists of the Katerin an idea. The steelworks within the capital would be the most advanced building in the entire Principality, a drain on the treasury, but the long-term advantages provided by such a building far outweigh the initial cost of constructing it. How are things going over here? I'm going to bet on the... Oh, no, the Decisive Bulls of the Night are already getting a little hurt. Yeah, Celestial State's going to pick this up. I was about to say I'm betting on the Disciples of the Night, but unless the Republic pushes through onwards to the Celestial State, I think they're going to be fine. We'll come back to the... Or when is 47-41? Yeah, we'll come back to the industry one. Guess let's get cleaning house over with. With the best of the bandits now firmly loyal to the Katerin, we finally have the force of arms to remove our remaining enemies from the Principality. The few surviving disloyal bandits, the nobles not already in the Katerin, and any members of the court a bit too loyal to the princess, all will be dealt with in a permanent fashion. Okay, done cleaning house. Next up, Ganger armies. Then we'll do the one after that, and then we'll do industry. Actually, we can do industry after this. So this is gonna... Oh, I'm so sorry. I know what that beep is. Hold on a sec. Let me go turn that alarm off. Shit. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that beep. I'm sorry for cursing as well. Luna has taken Canterlot. The Civil War continues. Interesting. Well, I guess Lost Pegasus breaking off does hurt. Galenia will not bend. Ooh, I like that butcher's knife. The bloody butcher's knife. Yep, so many things that have happened to Equestria War. So many interesting things. We're actually going to trade for this aluminum. I gotta have support equipment for when the war comes. Now, we got time, especially depending on how much they end up coming over here and doing some of the industry stuff. Although that's also a double-edged sword in a way. That's okay. 21 days. Yep, perfect time. Welcome industrialists into the council. A number of the wealthier industrialists in Katerin have expressed their concern that their interests are not being properly represented within the Katerin. Naturally, the most successful griffins in the Principality must have their voices heard by the government, especially when certain incentives are offered in return. Okay, and now we're going to come over here and start picking up these other industry things so that we could use the bonuses properly. Come on. Come on. Do. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. And then now the bonuses we can use on those to get ahead of time stuff. Alright, now that we have the industrialists in the council, we can get that other civilian factory, get back to the one we just traded away. Katerin is, to put it bluntly, an industrial backwater. The sheer chaos of the last few years drove away any foreign investment, and any griffin who possessed enough money to fund a factory would much rather spend said money on fleeing from Catrin than investing in it. But with the recent increase in tax revenues, the possibility of the government funding a few factories of its own has been brought up. Government-run factories, huh? Are we sure this is fascism? Well, looks like the Aquilans pulled it off after all. Good for them. Especially because we're probably going to go Harmony. Urbanize the capital. Ooh, 2 civilian factories, wow. Definitely seems like there is a way to make yourself kind of strong if you stick fascist, but I'm pretty sure we're going to end up going Harmony here. Okay. That's fine. Let's do the Warlords of Catrin. As the final militias are replaced by their bandit counterparts, dang it. Certain quirks within our ranks have made themselves clear, and although they may be battle-hardened, rival gangs are more likely to fight each other than the enemy. Their leaders expect more autonomy than the old officers. Catrin has thus been divided between these warlords, with each gang leader effectively a vassal of the Katerin True. Strathburg was a town in the middle of a painful and sudden transformation. Industrialists connected to the Katerin True had shown up only a couple of weeks ago with armed griffins, and they had papers from the government that gave them the right to seize the property of several of the townsfolk to clear space for their new factory. Tensions were running high throughout the towns, with more than one group of peasants having gotten into fights with the guards before being scattered by the soldiers. From atop the chapter house, Grandmaster Eric Grimclaw stared down at the scene as it played out. He sneered in silent contempt as the industrialists, griffins invited from Floena of Skyfall, came and drove honest Catrin griffins from their homes by force. The law was on their side, but Grimclaw wasn't naive enough to think that this would solve any of the problems that the Catrin True were whipping up. Already he can tell that this wouldn't stop with fistfights, and turned to one of his knights, ordering him to rally every available knight in the chapter house. It seemed the Argentum Damerang would have to calm things, and also remind those agents of the Katerin True that they were not as invincible as they thought. Maintain order and protect the people. Sweet, we got 50 political power off that. I gotta get off of volunteer only. We gotta get conscripting people. State before temples. Oh, tungsten mines. That's kind of neutral. Okay, wait a minute. It's gonna take 50 days. Yeah, let's... Oh, shoot, but I gotta get the... I gotta get off of volunteer only. That's the priority. Hold up. Alright, next up, we're not gonna quite depose yet. Let's do the infrastructure first, but we're almost there. Thanks to the large increases in tax revenue the Katerin True have brought to the Principality, the purchase of several trucks, tractors, and steam pumps to clear out more swamplands around the capital has begun. These machines will not only serve the purpose of expanding the amount of arable land around the capital, but for a larger push of industrialization across the country too. Alright. 12 divisions. We are absolutely outnumbered. Okay, here comes the deposition. Or the deposement, is that the more proper word? The time has come. Every single griffin with influence wants Princess Dielza gone, and the mad princess, so deluded she thinks that she still controls the Principality, has far outlived her usefulness. No matter the differences we have, there is no griffin in Catrin that will argue against this act. Alright, so right now, right now, the Harmony Party is the strongest, followed by the Non-Aligned, followed by the Communists. And the Fascists are, in fact, the weakest ones. Here we go. Okay. Whoa. Alright, slow it the hell down. Glitterhoof's gone. Hey, we can do something that's not Glitterhoof now. Okay, but hold on. As the sun rose over the city, Catrin stood as one, from the former prelate and the people who support him, to the knightly orders of Catrin, and indeed even the Katerin True, they had all come together. The gates of the palace were not battered down, but opened, and the steps up to the main keep were not contested by guards. Instead, they were the ones opening the doors. The limit had been reached for all of them, and on this day the reign of the Mad Princess was finally ended. Not a single shot was fired, nor was any blood spilled, as there was no one willing to stand on Dielza von Katerinberg's side in this moment. And as the palace guards broke past the barricaded door into her room, it was to arrest her on the spot. As it turned out, it would not be so easy for the revolutionaries. The princess was gone, as was Glitterhoof. A window swayed slowly open in the wind. For the first time in decades, the mad princess had actually left the castle, abandoning it to the revolution. While search parties are headed out to track her down, Katerin is still freed from her madness today, and hopefully forever. Madness is ended. Political power and stability goes up. I wonder if that's really the last of her, or if she flee to a different nation. Oh, what's going on here? River Swirl's in charge of the Republic, but they're not part of any faction? Who's the leader now? Vittenland. So, New Dawn over Katerin. Also, we gotta spend this. Yeah, we're going limited conscription. Got to get more people in the army. Because remember, the Empire is still coming for us at some point. With the Mad Princess finally out of the way, and with tentative aid of the popular ex-prelate and the knights, the Katerin True now rules unchallenged within Katerin. New dawn upon the dead lands, rises upon the dead lands. It is one heralded by the Katerin True, ready to reap the rewards of their long labor. Those are the nobles, remember. Oh, we're on a slow speed again. The hunt is on! With news of Dielza being sighted close to the Griffonian border, the new regime has redoubled their efforts to find her. Local militias have begun guarding the border, and griff hunters are sent out to scour the woods. Somewhere out there, the Mad Princess is still lurking, and unless all that Katerin has achieved is going to fall apart, then she must be tracked down. Scour the region and leave no rock unturned. Thought we were already scouring the woods. Gotta scour. Like you're doing a lot of greasy dishes. Well. Looks like Nightmare Moon has things totally under control here. The Disciples in the Night are doing quite well, considering they're fighting 3 other people at the same time. But if Atzlan and Celestial States manage to come together... Well, it's just a free-for-all down here, though. It's a new dawn. Yes, it is. And so, yep, I knew it. We got a new focus tree that popped up. That reminds me, what's Vithisia up to? They're going LDP policy. You down with LDP? Yeah, you know me. You down with LDP? Yeah, you know me. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's. I think we're gonna do those tungsten mines now, though. Although, wait, what's gonna happen? It says we need the Regency to be in power. There we go. A hope for Katerin. Let all of Katerin celebrate today. The reign of the Mad Princess is finally over, and for the first time in how long, the people can stop being afraid. No more senseless deaths, no deranged celebrations, and no more insane laws. Dielza is locked up in her castle under heavy guard, and the Katerin True Council has announced it will rule the nation in her stead. For now. Finally, sanity has returned. Others are not just feeling hope, though. They are sensing an opportunity. The council rules for now. Will they have what it takes to hold on to power? Even more importantly, do they have the right? Duskfeather, the once prelate of Katerin, does not think so, and none has earned more loyalty from the peasants than him. The knightly orders of the Silber Kralin and the Argentum Demerung stand equally suspicious of the council's intentions. Did they simply trade the Mad Princess for a bickering group of power-mongerers? Plans will have to be made, deals struck, and support built. Katerin is not truly delivered yet. Nothing is certain right now for the tormented Principality. Who can help us save Katerin now? So, hatred of the council, basically everything except fascism is going to get popular. Stop. So it's going to take, this is 21 days, and then... Alright, no matter which direction I go in, it looks like I have to take all 3 of these. So, it's going to take 63 days. Then we do have time to do the tungsten mines, or link the rails. That's only going to take 40 days. Oh, no. This is the one to get. That's going to give me aluminum, so then I can stop trading for it. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so we'll form the new Regency. And that'll be it for today. Thank you very much. In the next episode, we're going to start going down our tree. We're going to also have to keep an eye over here. Oh, this is one of the things they did different. Okay, it looks like they're going to one by one strike at the different nations. They don't just attack groups of them at once. That's tricky. Do I want them to attack me first before they get stronger? Or could I possibly... I can't justify on them. World tension must be much higher than it is now. Yeah, this has all been interesting events, but there is still a war to come. And I don't know how I'm going to fight it. Mobilizing, but we still don't have enough pony power even to supply the divisions I do have. We'll have to figure it out next time. Thanks for joining me. I'm Conquering History Games, and I'll see you around. Bye.